We're live.
Welcome. Thank you. Welcome everyone to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lloyd 2N2, and I'm with Spider-Man Has No Spider Sense. What's up, Billy? No. All right.
Spider-Man has
No
spider sense. Hi, I'm Billy. How you guys doing?
What's up, Ben?
Hello.
What's up, Mike D?
Got a sonic screwdriver jammed up my ass.
Oh my God! Wait, let's pull it out of there. Oh, what's up, Scott?
Hello.
All right, so Doctor Who.
Shout out to Chris Hardwick.
Fuck him.
Right, exactly. Yes, he bashed on Doctor Who fans that are medicine.
Chris Hardwick, like, he became a Doctor Who fan, like, what, in like like 2 weeks or something? All of a sudden he's like an expert and like, fuck all
right.
Watch the show our whole life, you know?
Yeah.
So it was the awesomest show ever. I just watched the first 2 episodes.
Remember when he did the Doctor Who thing and he left out some doctors? Yeah. And he tried to be cool, like if that's all the doctors there is, and then people are like, what?
He's got to be so PC, man. He's going to be talking black soon.
Oh, so, they supposedly leaked this big groundbreaking synopsis that we already know what the synopsis is.
Capaldi is going to be real reluctant about regenerating. Well, if I knew I was going to regenerate into a woman, I would too.
The master is the master Snoke?
Right. I mean, didn't they say he didn't want to regenerate? Didn't, like, David Bradley's doctor didn't want to regenerate? So, common sense, like, we know what that's about. I mean, we've seen it. You know, and they even said what Mark Gatiss' role was. So, like, what are you really spoiling?
Well, we already had that with Tenet, too. I don't want to go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing. It's like, okay.
I don't want to go. I refuse to change.
So the 12th Doctor convinces the first Doctor to regenerate, and then the first Doctor convinces the 12th Doctor to regenerate. Okay.
All Matt Smith got was a sneeze.
Right. But what causes the time distortion in the first place? Isn't it Clara and Ishilda banging the TARDIS into the cosmos?
Did you say they were banging in the TARDIS?
No, they're banging. They're smashing the TARDIS.
Yeah,
you're making it worse.
The cosmos. Now, even Moffat said they don't know how to fly it. They're screwing up things. They're
banging, smashing, and screwing.
They're banging.
No. So in other words, they're messing up time. Clara and Ishilda.
That's why she regenerates into a woman, because Clara and Ishilda.
So she's crashing the TARDIS everywhere.
It's all of that. It's all that squirting going on the TARDIS console.
Oh my God.
This is what happens when Mike and I show back up.
I know.
Well, in all seriousness, like Pertwee, when he regenerated, he was like chill with it. And he's like, you know, it's okay, Sarah, and all that. But all of a sudden, like these new doctors we have, that's a point. Like they're all like hesitant about regenerating. It's like where's all that coming from? All of a sudden,
I don't know. That's Moffat, totally.
Yeah, because he didn't give a damn before.
Now all of a sudden, I don't want to regenerate. No. Why?
Too much cod liver oil.
That'll fuck anything up.
and technically, for everybody that probably doesn't know, I mean, Missy's in the Nethersphere. I mean, because that happened before. So,
which means she's going to get turned into a tire.
She's going to create a new body from the Nethersphere as Missy. She's still Missy. Supposedly, I mean, we heard rumors that she's going to show up in season 12 to interact with Jodie Whittaker's doctor as Missy, like Michelle Gomez. That's a rumor, but I mean, technically, she could be back in the Nethersphere.
Does that mean Missy's going to have a thing of sonic scissors then?
All I know is she technically still controls the Nethersphere. They even mentioned it before the Lake Under the Flood or whatever, for some reason, that it creates bodies for people. So she has a body. She, you know, that's it. She's still Missy.
Are they going to do something with this time freezing or displacement or whatever, where we know Hartnell regenerates into Troughton, so he's hesitant about regenerating. So maybe there's like some sort of issue with like Troughton not coming into being, but then we had War Games, remember, where like they were plucking soldiers out of time. So maybe like there's something fucked up that they'll refer to with that as to why the captains. I mean, maybe they're not going to get that detailed.
I'm a little worried because we start to see David Bradley's hand glowing, and Polly's looking at him, but like that never happened in the classic series. I mean, he basically just had enough energy to open the doors and collapsed. But where is that scene coming from?
Moffat is a literal god. He can do anything and make anything happen.
Yes. And then Bill shows up, you know, and Nardole supposedly might be showing up.
Can Bill please, like, just
chill?
I was already mad that they pulled the whole puddle monster thing because I just wanted her to die a Cyberman. That was it. Like, it was too. It was like, can't they just die? And
come on.
Do what?
We had to have Adric's daughter save her, though.
Yeah.
But
you're well, stone the eye.
Yeah, well, you know what's even more funnier? While we had Russell T. Davies, who just made it canon that Harry Jones, Prime Minister, well, Harry Jones is alive. She never got blasted by the Daleks in Stone Earth. He just made that canon.
Well,
I hope she becomes a super spy.
What was the explanation to that?
He said that there was kids I think it was they were doing poems or something, and one of the kids asked him about Harry Jones, and he says, well, even though I'm not doing Doctor Who now, it's my story, my rules, and I always was upset that I killed off Harry Jones, so it's canon that she lived. And he put this whole thing in this book, that she's alive, she escaped, and you got to read the book.
So he becomes a super spy.
So he said that it's canon as part of Doctor Who that she is alive.
Harriet the spy.
That canon out then.
I mean, she might pop up in series 11.
They're all pulling a George Lucas move, you know, now going back doing all this revisionist type bullshit.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Probably.
Well, look what they did with E.T. and the guns. They replaced all those guns with walkie-talkies.
Oh, God.
Well, even Chewbacca said that Han shot first. And I guess they get a reference.
Chewbacca said that?
Yeah, they got to play Chewbacca. No, they got to play Mayhew, right?
Peter Mayhew. Yeah.
Yeah, and they can even they're going to say some type of thing that, you know, teaches them to shoot first.
I thought you were saying Chewbacca actually said that or something.
No. But anyway, get back to Doctor Who.
There's going to be a part where they're getting shot at, and he's going to be like, oh no, they're going to get us, and then he's going to say, not if I shoot first.
You always got to shoot first, yeah. But back to Doctor Who, yeah. So I don't know what the hell is going on with this. Chibnall's not going to say anything. We're going to be 10 months after this. Actually, 16 months, because we're going to see her for like a minute. And then for another 10 months, boom, nothing.
Chibnall will say something, but probably by his second year or his third year, he'll finally grow some balls and say how much he felt about.
Well, didn't he say that all his doctors? Didn't he say all his doctors are going to be female?
Well, then let's write the show off now.
They're not breasts; they're Dalek bumps.
It's going to be a long. What, another decade?
They're going to change the TARDIS into a vagina, basically.
Well,
I don't know.
I saw
bigger inside than outside anyway. So
I saw in your cast you said something about that, contrary to what they stated, that they weren't actually taking any male actors; they were seeing women. That's
what we heard. Yeah, he did not interview any men, and supposedly there might be charges brought up because they was just totally.
Oh.
You know, I mean, also she said that she heard that women were trying out, but she never actually saw not one person, not one woman.
They didn't interview a single male?
No. Nope. Not a single male. It was all a lie.
Lame.
Well, wait, I thought they were all about, well, you know, we're not going to discriminate against anybody. You know, like it's the best actor for the job, right?
They never gave an opportunity to a man to be the best actor. The best person for the job. It's not a best person. They only wanted a woman. And supposedly, I don't even think any women tried out for it, even though Jodie, because why wouldn't she see anybody? Why is it like
14th Doctor's going to be trans?
Well, I'll tell you what might have happened, Joe. This might sound familiar, you know, like there was they hired a guy initially, and then the guy like was having some justified issues with him, and they said, "Hey, you better shut up, or we can always hire a female for this role." You know.
Yeah.
I think it was all a smokescreen. They never had an intention for the Doctor to be a man, and Moffat's influence kind of really pushed them to do it. I honestly think even if Moffat put in the BBC's idea themselves, like
Which
Moffat,
proves my point. Why we weren't able to see any of the past villains or companions. I've always said Moffat probably pissed somebody off, and that's why we didn't see anything.
I want the Sea Devils, damn it.
Same old, same old. Well, we don't have the rights to that person.
He basically
Joe wants the Candyman, damn it.
Yeah. Twice Upon a Time is basically Curse of the Fatal Death. Moffat got his wish. At the end of Moffat's last episode, the Doctor's a woman. Yeah. Exactly the way the comic relief special is. To a T. So, you know what? It was planned. It was planned from the very beginning that his last act was going to make the Doctor a woman. And even though he actually didn't do it, he pushed them to do it, almost as if he made them think it was their idea themselves, but it was his.
Well, I know Jack's been on recently, and I wanted to kind of add on to like where he's coming from with things. I agree totally with what he was saying, and I've long held, and you guys all know this, I've said I'm done with the show. I'm not watching it anymore because I don't appreciate how unceremoniously they push Capaldi out, and that's what.
Yeah, that's what they did with all the age jokes, particularly.
I don't like that at all.
Like he was freaking going through Alzheimer's every other episode.
Well, you saw he retracted his new statement. They asked him if he would return for a special, like a multi-doctor story, and he said absolutely 100% right. Not even, a couple of days later, he changed his, he says, I'm never coming back as Doctor Who ever again. He completely, he said, once I'm done, I'm done. Somebody got to him and he changed his answer again.
I think it's just the people that work on the show, kind of like Eccleston.
They said to him, listen, don't take away from the new Doctor. You got to,
What was Mike going to say?
I was going to say, there may be like a delay here between us sometimes talking. I was going to say, I will actually come forward and go on record and say, you know what? I will, I know I just said I'm done with the show. I will watch the first episode, just to be fair. Just because I don't want to cut myself away from the ability to come back later and say, see, I told you so. It's going in a bad direction. I want to actually be able to see it so I can fairly assess. And if it's good, it's good. But I mean, if it's bad, I want to be able to say, look, this is exactly why I didn't like this.
If it's good, what are you going to come on here and say? Like, shit?
Well, no, not necessarily. I mean, I might say it's shit if it's bad, but I mean, if it's good, I'll talk. I'll be honest and say if it's good or not. You might hear some pussy jokes or something. But I mean, I'll tell you if it's good or not. I mean, maybe she's good in the role.
Good in the sack, yeah.
I need to go watch Joe's reaction again when she got announced.
Did anybody count how many times I used the F word?
I don't know. The first thing you hear is Vaughn say. I think if it was Vaughn was like, why do people keep saying Jodie Whittaker's the new Doctor? And then you just hear Joe like, what? What the?
I'm like, what? What? And then Gloria started crying and screaming. No! And I'm like, fuck! It was a funny.
Maybe that's a joke. No, I'm not gonna go there.
It was funny. It was very funny.
Black on.
Very funny reaction. So.
Shout outs to our people being safe in Florida.
Yes, Gloria was in Florida. Evacuated to Atlanta. Chris is okay. So we're good. I'm glad. Everybody.
The hurricane didn't come my way in Florida. I was hating too hard on it. Easterly direction.
Hopefully you don't get any more. Where's the new one coming?
Which one?
Maria?
Well, Jose's coming up your side.
Oh,
Jesus? Jesus is coming?
oh
Yeah.
God.
Mike, if you have to get hit by one, I hope it's Hurricane Khan.
No.
Oh, God.
You'll hear this. Mike D, I got a computer question.
Oh,
Yeah, that was, oh boy.
Yeah,
All right.
I sure don't want a hurricane to come blow through and damage the pool that I don't have in the back that I have. It's some fucking.
Now, come on.
Fucking morons down there.
Honest. You do have a pool, but it's a blow-up one.
Yeah.
It's a 2-foot pool, right? Yeah.
Just like my lady friend, she's a blow up.
All right.
Got a blow up lady friend and blow up pool, man.
Anyway, hopefully Jodie Whittaker.
And it's a bitch to fill both of those up.
Oh, right.
There's not enough duct tape.
All right. On that, thank you for coming on the Whovians cast. Thank you, guys.
Well, I thought we were talking about Doctor Who. I mean, seriously.
We were.
We are.
Sorry to get sidetracked.
Oh, David Bradley's doing audios now. What do you think of that for the first Doctor?
I'm never been a fan of the audios.
I'm more excited. Well, same. But
Well, what about the first Master?
more-
They got the first Master with the first Doctor in David Bradley's audios. How do you feel about that? He looks like John Sim.
I'm more excited for Paul McGann.
You see that, Mikey?
So is this you said the first Master? Is this somebody we haven't seen or heard from?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Let me. I think I have a picture.
Don't they have his picture of what he looks like?
Yes.
Is he Jewish?
What is
Get along
wrong
with Pennywise
you
if he
guys
is.
Well, I wanted to be sure Billy was down with being able to watch, or listen to the audios, because
I sure hope Billy's not against Jewish people. Right?
I am not a racist, people. I just
There's
think
the first
racist
Master
jokes are
right
funny.
there. You see that? There's the first Master right there, and he looks like John Sim.
A little bit.
Yeah.
He looks kind of like Jimmy Kimmel.
He looks.
Yeah, that's what they got. It's like that Jimmy Kimmel play the first Master.
God damn.
So, who was the guy's name? Let me see. Wait, it was let's see what the guy's name is.
Is that Dan Aykroyd playing playing Ian there?
Where's Bill Murray?
Oh, the Master's played by James Dreyfus.
Any relation to Richard?
That's Dreyfus.
Don't know.
That's what he said.
I thought you said Dreyfus.
Dreyfus.
Oh, Dreyfus. Okay.
Yeah, it's that guy.
I'm not. That's not canon anyway. I'm not crazy about that. But I don't like retcon and stuff. So
The Doctor's gonna hunt a shark.
Yeah, Dreyfus. The Dreyfus guy was in that Mr. Holland's Anus movie.
Yeah.
God. All right. Well, I think also Stephen Price is going to try Ed out. I think. Oh, no, he's not going to try it out. He's going to watch the Regeneration, but he said he's going to watch people's review of it, and then he's going to make his determination if he's going to
Didn't he
watch.
sell all of his stuff?
Not yet. I don't think so. Not yet. Not yet.
Well, they closed down Doctor Who Experience too.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
isn't
did.
that funny?
Paul-
They hire a woman, and it shuts down.
Well, no. We did cover
Are
that
you
on
sure
the
it's
show.
not?
No, they didn't get. They didn't want to renew the lease. The company that owns the building.
Are you sure it's
So
not
they
just
were-
like remodeling into like the Doctor's secret?
No, it was always they were going to close it, and they couldn't do anything to sway them to keep it
Yeah,
open.
wait.
But they'll probably reopen some other location, I think.
What
Yeah, like nobody likes.
Scott, what was it you said? Does my butt look big?
Yeah.
That's how the Doctor's gonna act now.
Oh,
All right,
So she's got the male companion.
that's not confirmed
Okay.
completely, because he's saying no. The guy, He says he's not leaving his show for anything.
Now we know when a woman says no, she means no, but a man says no, it's maybe.
Well, also, Mark Gatiss just took a picture with Jodie Whittaker. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
Oh?
I don't know if that means he's going to write for Doctor. Maybe he just meant that it's just a picture. Doesn't mean anything. It's just like he met her and, oh, there he is. Look, I'm with the 13th Doctor. That's it.
So what about the story about her with a cat?
That's just rumor also. It's all,
Crazy
you know what I
thing.
think? I think that they're putting phony stories out there, just like Reese Marshall was going to be the Doctor, so that way everybody's focused on the garbage.
Yeah.
But the real stuff, we don't.
The same
I think they just put fake stuff out there.
bitch.
Well, I can tell you one thing. If she's got a cat, I hope it's shaved.
If they're gonna go with a male companion, it should be David Aston.
I agree.
A shaved cat.
We'll see. Supposedly, she may have many companions. They may do like a 3 or 4 different companions.
He's a whore. Where's her little black book?
You never know.
She's gonna have multiple male companions.
No, companions. I didn't say
multiple male companions, right?
I didn't say gender. I just said companions.
I heard male in there for some reason.
Yeah.
My morbid mind thinking things.
So, all right, and also we're gonna have a redesign of the TARDIS. I don't even know what it's gonna look like.
It's gonna look like a purse. Come on, let's face it, folks.
What if every episode is her babysitting a new alien child? Adventures in Babysitting.
Yeah, sounds like a good movie. The original was a good movie. The reboot.
Do you really think they'd redesign the TARDIS interior?
They are.
Well, doesn't every Doctor have a new TARDIS?
It's also a different shade of blue.
Except Capaldi, kinda.
It's not going to be the same color. I mean, it's going to be a different color. I don't know. Hopefully it's not too light. I don't want it to be too bright.
The other one's going to be for her eyeshadow.
I don't know. I'm a little worried, but we'll see.
You can turn around and go, well, is this making my butt look big?
Yeah, she wants to make sure the interior matches her purse and like high heels.
It's probably a good chance that she'll encounter the Daleks in their first season.
Since Vaughn's not here, I'll say it for her. Oh God.
Yeah, it's called the contract that they have to appear every year.
The Daleks, she's going to walk over, take that laser beam from their the thing, and start trying to.
Well, I gotta tell you this though, and I don't know why they did it very sporadically, but if she encountered Davros right away, I think that would be pretty strong. Like, just flat out, there's Davros, because it's not every day he appears. So he appears with her Doctor. That would be pretty good.
They'll say she's got daddy issues, and that's why she feels sorry for Davros now.
And he technically should walk. I mean,
daddy issues as
got regeneration
she's
energy.
a mommy now.
Yeah,
he got regeneration energy, so he should be able to be walking. And unless you tell me he doesn't regenerate fully, I don't know.
Isn't the Doctor's daughter getting audios now too?
Yes. Georgia Muppet.
Are you afraid that the direction Chibnall takes the show, that maybe it's going to involve less of the established, like, legendary sort of baddies in the show, and they're gonna steer away from that?
I'm worried that it's going to turn into the X-Files. I think that they save money. They're going to have her with a detective that's an older detective, and they're going to deal with some type of weird stuff, and something happens and TARDIS doesn't work properly, or they're going to have to keep it earthbound, which that's what I'm worried about. I don't want it to. I don't want them to have
theme songs together.
And he doesn't believe her that she travels through time and she has a thing, and then there's a TARDIS.
Yeah, she used to have a thing, but now she's a female. We know.
No, I mean, the TARDIS. There it is. I would travel through time. I think it's going to be earthbound. I think it's going to be something that maybe Capaldi's regeneration energy really like messes it up or something.
Well, see, I'm afraid they're going to steer away from having the things that the fans, longtime fans of the show, have actually looked forward to seeing, which are like return of like some of the different creatures and different villains that they've had in the series, and they're going to take it in a different direction that's not going to be really Doctor Who, other than just having a character called the Doctor in the TARDIS.
Right.
So they might, if they're going to do that, then they need to bring back Torchwood or some version of Sarah Jane Adventures.
I just want a Jack Harkness face of Bo story.
I mean, technically, the Daleks don't have to appear at Christmas because they appeared already in the season, but they have to appear in Series 11 at some point.
Well, they could fulfill that by her just like talking to like the new companion and sharing some of her history and who she is.
But they have to physically show.
Yeah, but I'm saying they'll show a flashback. Like she'll talk about some poignant thing that happened in some adventure we haven't seen, and you won't see the Doctor, the character, him or herself. It'll just be like from first person point of view. And they'll show like the Daleks like flashing on the screen for a couple of seconds, and that'll be it. Kind of like what we had with
Waters of Mars.
Yes, with what's her name there, with them floating outside the bedroom. It'll be something like that.
I mean, that's that. Even a Wedding River Song, they had Dalek for like a few seconds that Matt Smith was talking to it. That was their obligation fulfilled.
Is that what we're using the contract to be? I mean, is there a certain screen time?
It has to be that they're actually in an episode. It could be seconds. You have to physically see them. I think that's what the contract is. And if they don't appear, then I don't know what the deal is. But they always have appeared somehow.
As long as it's a good episode.
Yeah.
Like the classics, Dr. Widow and the Wardrobe, Love and Monsters, Sleep No More, the good ones, you know?
It could even have just a Dalek not even talking, just being dormant that's on Earth, and then they're like, what's this? And then she'll tell them who it is and whatever.
Something similar to which they did with Hartnell's. How you see him pop out
the Night Doctor. The Night Doctor had the Cybermen in the museum, remember, or whatever it was? Was in that guy's, he was collecting memorabilia, so... But we'll see. I mean, I have a bad feeling that's all going to be new villains. And
I think we're ever going to get to the Curator before Tom Baker dies.
That's a sad thing. I don't want him to go at all.
Yeah, same.
But, you know, that could have been the way to bring back the classic Doctors, that they revisit old faces and their older versions of themselves. So, you know, they should have did that. You know, like the Curator could have regenerated into an older Peter Davison.
Weren't you guys talking about how you thought the 13th might have been David Tennant?
Yeah, that's what we thought for a moment.
What's that? Oh yeah, that was a thing. That was a rumor, like Hayden was talking about to do. But David Tennant's back on Jessica Jones set.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's back.
And it was funny because the 13th Doctor announcement thing was at Wimbledon?
Yeah.
And David Tennant was at Wimbledon that day.
Yeah.
So everybody was like, "Oh my God, it's gonna be!"
People losing their shit,
like,
right? I know.
And then bam, Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah, but they canceled the live. They never had a live thing.
People lose their shit.
They don't want to have a backlash, which was really effed up because they promised to have a live thing.
Yeah, that was shit.
So it was all, you know, they don't want, and that's in Moffat lying too in the conventions. It was like a big population of people didn't like it. So
another thing I was thinking about was I forget who said it. It might have been Chris. I can't remember, but I really hope when he regenerates into Jodie Whittaker that she's not just spontaneously just has makeup already.
Right. Yeah. And then like I hate men and all that stuff. Yeah.
Because, like, if he's not wearing makeup, why would she already have makeup after a regeneration? He regenerates makeup now?
No.
I still see some of these casts where people are, like, saying if you have hesitation against Jodie Whittaker being the Doctor, you're a sexist asshole and all that kind of stuff.
Chris Hardwick!
Sexist asshole. I'll fully admit it right here and now.
It isn't just Chris Hardwick, it's the Masked Man and all that other. I mean, that's what they're talking smack.
Yeah, I'm talking about, like, you know, podcast people, not Chris Hardwick.
I'll fully admit it right here. I'm a sexist asshole and don't want the Doctor to regenerate into a woman. And if you don't like it, talk to the front end or back end manager.
Well, one of the people who I'm not going to name, one of the people I found out maybe they have a bit of an agenda for having that sort of stance and position on things and being so out there and saying, well, you know, I'm not going to respect other people's opinions about things. I'm just going to automatically classify them as being a sexist or whatnot. Because I had heard on one of the casts that they're actually going to be at a convention hosting a panel about the new Doctor. So, gee, I wonder, maybe there's no conflict there at all, you know, that there's an unbiased position they're coming from there. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, you either agree with me or you're a sexist. And it's like, come on, man. I mean, I love people who claim to be, that, like, for tolerance and for, like, we need to be open to things and stuff. And it's like, well, you know, you happen to have a disagreement about where you think the show should go, just as a fan, as a long-time fan, just as long time a fan as they purport to be.
That's like people saying that with Disney, Disney's sexist because for years they didn't have these strong female characters, but now we finally do with Frozen and Moana. So I guess Mulan just saved China for nothing.
Yeah.
God.
Look, we're not. Here's the thing. We're gonna say our opinion. I'm not. Look. It would be nice to have an interview with a star or a guest or whatever, but I'm not gonna lie with my opinion to get an interview. I'm not gonna lie to get like that big interview with BBC where I say, "Oh, this episode's great. It sucks." So no, maybe I'll never get into that.
Then how much are you willing to tell the truth in the long run?
And was that always the stance? That they were always for a female doctor, or was there old podcasts where they were against it years ago? That's the mystery.
I hope she gets interviewed by. I hope she gets interviewed by Steampunk.
She might. I mean, Jacob interviewed Peter Capaldi. He was at the convention. He asked him a question.
I saw that.
So, you never know. Steampunk may. But anyway.
But I mean, so like telling people that they're sexist because they have a personal opinion against, and they're not even being radical about it. They're not. They're not being like grossly just like completely plain and shit, you know, cussing and being a complete douche about it. They're just like making a statement about the fact that they just don't particularly go with a particular direction that maybe the showrunners have chosen with things. And maybe they'll watch the show, maybe they won't watch the show, maybe they'll watch like to see how like the first several episodes go or whatever. But it's amazing that you hear these voices that talk about respecting other people's opinions and being tolerant, but yet, you know, you better agree with them or you're just going to be shouted down as being someone who's racist or whatever. And I mean, that's like that SJW shit that they.
But didn't they shit on their own subscribers though, and lost some? That's what I saw. So
they all need to just take a chill pill, eat some Doritos, watch Stand By Me. It's a good movie, and just chill.
Well, like Chris Hardwick calling everyone fucking basically cunts who aren't like
assholes.
Yeah, like, oh, well, fuck me. I've watched the show since I was 10.
Yeah. He wasn't even born.
Fucking Chris Hardwick wasn't even, like, a dead sperm in his dad's ball sack at that time. And he's trying to, like, say that, like, I'm a fucking piece of shit because of something, and it's like, dude, you're a tool bag. I don't even take you seriously. And
well,
I mean,
Peter Capaldi called him out on it. He's like, dude, this is the same speech you used, like, 4 years ago. So like it was like fuck you, dude. Like, you know, look, I don't agree with what you're saying.
Wait, Capaldi said that to Chris Hardwick?
Yes,
yeah.
Oh God, Hardwick probably wet his panties over that.
That was the greatest shit I've ever seen.
Spoke out against me.
He's like, didn't you see that exact speech like 4 years ago when I first became the doctor? And he's like, yes, but it's relevant. Oh, okay. And he's like looking at the audience like, listen, I don't like what he's saying about fans in general, so I just gave him a zinger right now.
Yes. God, Scott's facial hair is great.
Go, Peter Capaldi. But anyway, look, people cannot like a doctor. You don't have to come down their throat and rip them apart and tell them off and they're pieces of crap. That's not cool, man. You can't say they're not real doctors. I have friggin' Doctor Who shower curtains, okay? Now.
You haven't torn those down?
You're telling me I'm not a real Doctor Who fan? Come on.
We need to make it a goal to get Chris Hardwick on Who Fire.
God, yes.
Let me talk to Chris Hardwick. I'd love that.
Yes.
He won't come on.
Well, if I'm not a fan, then explain the books that I've got inside my closet right over there.
He'll never come on.
Explain the DVD, not DVDs. Explain the tapes and the audio dramas I've got over there. And
you don't even have to do. You don't have to do that. Just make it about Chris. Ask him when he became a fan. Ask him like what makes him such a big, and fine if he's like a new fan, he's a fan. But I mean, I'd like to know how long have you watched the show? Like, do you have a vested interest in the show as something you love and you grew up with? It's part of your life, or is this just
when they started paying me big bucks in order to interview you?
I don't remember seeing that a big part of his thing. I don't remember seeing Dr.
Yeah, or is this just some talking point you have on a script on some douchebag show that you got? Like, oh well, Matt, and that's the sad thing is that you'll have people like that, and they'll get guests that come on, and the guests are there just to have their face in front of the camera. But the host like licks their ass, acts like their biggest fan and stuff, and they don't have any fucking clue who these people are. Like, out of a talking point they just read,
Has anybody seen the compilation video of Jimmy Fallon's fake laugh?
No.
It's like you can tell how fake his laugh is. Like every time he hits the desk, like they'll say something not even funny, and he just keeps laughing like it's the most funniest thing in the world. And there's a video of like every time he does it, and it's so so cringy.
That's like Hardwick. So.
Yeah, but that gets into what Joe was talking about these like podcast people that are big Doctor Who marks that they're afraid to like have a real opinion about something they may not like. And they don't have to like completely like bury it, but I mean they could just be like, hey, I don't particularly like this episode. I didn't think it was really that strong, but they won't do it.
They only do it when the overall consensus years later hate it, and then I'm like, yeah, that episode sucked. But like years ago, you said it was great. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, if you were like a true fan, like Capaldi's a true fan of Doctor Who, he grew up with it. If you're Capaldi, I would imagine you would like to actually, with all of like the hundreds and hundreds of interviews you do, you'd like to get a hold of somebody that actually has real questions to ask you as being a fan to a fan of the show, instead of like just the bullshit questions that that the person has no vested interest in Doctor Who whatsoever in their lives or like entertainment or grew up with it. It's just a talking point for like a segment on a video, like, oh, so what's it like playing the Doctor? This is such a great part. And that person didn't even know Doctor Who existed 2 years ago.
This is also some of the problems with those people who are claiming they want to see a woman as a doctor. One, they don't have a vested interest. They wouldn't watch it for any reason whatsoever.
They're not gonna watch
they just want to be part of the voices of saying I caused a change within a
show. These people are not going to watch it when it airs.
Yeah,
and they're not going to watch it. They're not even know when it's on.
Non-credible, disrespectful.
And then they're going to get canceled, and they're like, oh.
We're watching the damn View.
Right.
If you're going to go after someone, have a level of respect about it. I was talking to a kid the other day, and he said, I want to murder Jennifer Lawrence. And I said, why? And he said, because I feel like she would put up a great challenge. I said, well, at least you're
weird.
At least you're respectful about it.
People are weird. People are weird. And again, like, do you care about your YouTube channel that much that you just can be like, this fake just to get that into? So what you heard, Mike, that person's gonna have a thing in a convention? Honey?
Well, it's somebody that we know of in the community. I mean, I don't want to be. Well, no. I'm just saying, like, I'm being fair. I know in the past we goofed around with this person and stuff like that, but I mean, I'm trying to be diplomatic by just saying it's not only that person that is part of the issue,
right? About
what I'm talking about, but speaking of that particular person, I know that they stated, which, hey, good for them. I mean, if it makes them happy to do that, that's cool. I mean, I'm happy for them that they're.
God bless you.
They're going to do, and I'm not being dismissive when I say that. I mean, that's cool. If they really enjoy doing that and they're looking forward to it, I think that's awesome. But I just don't like the kind of playing off, acting like you're tolerant of things, but yet being intolerant when somebody really has a valid point about the direction of the show that they maybe take a disagreement with.
Right.
I mean, that's
straight.
Well, I got to tell you, if this person's going to be at a convention, he's going to be faker than fake. His subscribers are going to know about it, obviously. Because I heard that he went against I heard about this one person went against his own subscribers, which that was just weird. I don't know. whatever. Look,
Yikes.
if we don't like it, we don't like it. That's it. I'm not going to be like, oh, it's... And I'm a huge Doctor
Damn
Who fan,
straight.
but that's it.
If we don't like it, we don't like it.
You'll
Spider-Man
know. You'll
Homecoming.
know. You'll know if I don't like it. You'll
Spider-Man
know.
Homecoming.
You'll know. You'll know if I don't like it.
Well, we know how much you hated Ghostbusters 2016, right, Jen?
No. But,
Yeah! Ghostbusters!
hey,
Wonton soup!
still getting a sequel. But anyway, all right. On that note, we'll find out how she does eventually. And we'll see for ourselves.
She's going to close the show down.
We'll see. All right, guys.
Real Whovians cast is going to be canceled.
No.
We can't do that. All Whovians here, all of us in the Whovian cast, we're going to get replaced by women.
No.
Yeah.
It's only going to be Gloria Vaughn.
No. They're going to get replaced by men.
We didn't even start our fall season yet. We're not getting canceled. No.
Well, I didn't.
Whovians cast is continuing.
Mike
so.
V.
I didn't want to get into like a personal thing, but the reason I've been away for like the last couple of months is I was going through sexual identification transferal, so I was.
He's Mike V.
Yeah, I was segueing into a female now, so.
All right.
I'm replacing myself.
God bless you.
Shit.
You triggered me to stop.
Kana.
All right. Kana, what happened? Kana!
Hurricane Kana.
Come back to your daddy. I love you.
Come back to us. Bring back the stone, Dr. Jones. Now. All right. On that note, take care. Bye for now.
Bye.